Moving on to next one, which is rather short, is this automation is difficult. Is it?
Yeah, so this is a very good question. That is it difficult? But I think it's not difficult per se. It's just it's different. So you have to learn one or the other new skill, but in the end, you will learn to exist with your automation machinery as well. Yeah. So like we discussed earlier, it's like tennis. So or any other sport that you most likely don't begin as the champion, but when you have the right tools and right trainers, you kind of can evolve into being a champion.
Yeah. So like basically anyone can learn play tennis with good health, just and a racket and a ball. You can.
Some coaching, yes.
Yes. Or at least you have the possibility to evolve into a good player.
Yeah, I think in a way it changes certainly the way how you work. Yeah. You are more, let's say, monitoring the process, developing the process further, optimizing your programming and so on. So your work is in a way different. Compared to, in a way, lifting objects to a machine and back. So, of course, I think quite many persons that can make this kind of selection in their career, they would go for this kind of more, let's say, high-end working with the programming, monitoring, and process development. We had one customer in UK we visited, and they have embraced automation quite much lately. And they said they still have let's say the old way of doing things.
Yes,
they have purchased a lot of automation as well, and they say that they see kind of a little bit of division inside the factory. That there are some, let's say, old timers which enjoy the old way of doing, which is more manual. Yeah. And then there's a growing number of guys who want to work with the new automation solutions, because then the work is let's say more flexible. Yeah. You have time to take the coffee and so on. You are not tied to the machine so much. Yeah. And in that workshops they said that what used to take weeks now takes less than 2 days to manufacture.
Wow, that's something.
So they got a really big leap in productivity.
Yeah, and this happens in big and small companies, right?
Yeah, both.
Yeah.
And also that we were earlier already discussing about this parametric programming as an example. I think this is a very good example also into this, that you don't have to be an automation expert to utilize the devices. You need maybe a little bit different skill set. So of course you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But in the end, when you do, it is very easy. The user interfaces are really graphical these days. They guide the operators. What value are you putting in, and so that's a very powerful technology.
Yeah, we had another customer in Netherlands, actually in Belgium, and we delivered a system like 10 years ago to there, and they had one person who let's say took ownership of the system, and that company has been investing more and more to the automation during the years. But also we can see that person has developed his career, that he used to be the operator for that certain automation solution, and now he's the manufacturing manager of that plant.
Wow.
So I think that it's also gives you great opportunities.
Yes. Well, it sounds like also you need the right tools and partners for this.
Yes.
So it's like with tennis, you have a coach and that's
trainer.
Yeah, a trainer. All right. So even with this one, I would say it's busted. It's just a new set of skills, as it's always in life. Things change, but it's not difficult per se.